Half a day? Half a day. And good afternoon. Or shall I say buenas tardes? Ladies and gentlemen, the acting governor of Guam, Joshua F. Tenorio. The Guam Fire Department Fire Chief, Darren Burrier. Our Deputy Fire Chief, Joey Nicholas. And then the Operations Bureau Chief, Ronnie Chagina. This short and simple ceremony, or shall I say presentation, is part one of part two. This is the first of the lapse funding that we worked with the governor. Chief Burrier worked with the governor and the lieutenant governor to try and get us more supplies needed for our personnel and our department. Also that obviously and most importantly serves the community. The total value currently is at $155,000 worth of equipment. We got 10 Lucas machines and 24 batteries. Each Lucas machine costs approximately $13,000, and each battery is a little bit over $500 per battery. And now I'm going to turn it over to the fire chief.
Acting Governor, I want to thank you and the governor for all the help in getting these devices for us. These are critical in our operations into resuscitating patients that are in cardiac arrest. We found that we do have some in operation with our paramedic unit, and since we've had them in operation over the past couple of years, we have seen a significant increase in what we call ROS, which is return of spontaneous circulation, to where we've seen elevated levels of being able to bring people back from cardiac arrest and stand a better chance of recovery in the hospital and then returning home to their loved ones. So it becomes a very valuable tool for us to be able to save lives out there. And it's one of the cutting edge devices out there that with technology where we're able to set it up and it's going to do automatic compressions to a patient, and that frees up our providers to be able to do more for them. And so for the first stage of successful resuscitation, we have to have effective compressions. This brings that to us, for us to these patients, and these will go into all of our ambulances now. And the other phase, which is going to be coming, the second half of it is for that electrical therapy, which is defibrillators. And with that second phase, we're going to get 4 advanced LifePak 35s for the paramedic units. That basically does everything we need to do as if we were inside the trauma room in the hospital. And then we have 16 CR12s, which are the new defibrillators, new technology, to where when they're operating, they have what you call look-through technology. While we're doing compressions, it will be able to see the underlying rhythm to see if it's a shockable rhythm or not, and that means we'd be able to deliver more compressions to a patient without stopping and increasing the chance of survival to a patient until we get them electrical therapy. So again, thank you and the governor for all your efforts in being able to identify these funds for us, and the fact that we're able to then pursue forward and get these devices and get them out there, and just in time for Christmas, new toys for the firefighters.
I just wanted to welcome everybody. Thank you all for your work. Actually, I'm very humbled just seeing this. It's kind of like going into a field trip for the first time and seeing things that I would not even think about, to be honest with you. Introducing technology to support our people with a very experienced, high confident workforce in fire. I think to me it's so humbling, because it means that we're really making advancements in saving lives, right? I mean, everything from embracing the national standards to getting into the paramedic program, getting the employees, the officers up to par, and then now technology. It really gives me confidence, but also, like I said, so humbled that we're able to bring this to the people. And I just want to thank all of you for the great work that you do on a daily basis. But also thank you for all the sacrifice. I know we're coming up to the holidays, so some of you, I know you'll work with each other, right? But Thanksgiving, Christmas, so many things that you'll work on those days. Thank you very much for that. But so proud Tabir, I know the governor will be so impressed when she sees it herself. Thank you very much.
We're going to have a demonstration how it performs. So go ahead. Let's see it. Lieutenant.
Do we have a lifeless patient, which is indicated for to use this, and then so I wasn't prepared for this, guys, but so we turn it on. Basically, we just attach it to the patient, and it's as simple as pressing play. There you go. It'll give consistent and effective compressions for as long as the batteries are charged, obviously, and yeah, and then it allows us to do everything else we need to do to give life-saving intervention like drugs and things like that. So, it'll help pause to give ventilations. It's a good Q2 for us. If you're not tracking it, we're doing so many other things trying to save this life, so it's good in that aspect too. And we can change the settings for things like that as well. So yeah, thank you again. So.
Gotcha. I was just having flashback to my first time I took first aid and CPR, and it was stressful. Yeah.
Yeah, this relieves a lot of that physical effort in
So you
doing
can focus
CPR.
on big thing, well, on other things.
Yep. Yep. When you get in the back of the ambulance, the paramedics are going to be intubating a patient. They're going to be starting IV lines, administering medications as they go through their ACLS logarithms. And having a device that's going to give compressions frees up so much of their time, and knowing that they don't have to worry so much about effective compressions happening, that the machine's going to be consistent. And even if the ambulance moves, if they're in the back of a moving ambulance, it maintains itself by the way it moves in order to keep the compressions going. So it is a very effective. They got straps here for the hands to strap down the patient's hands, so that way they stay out of the way. It's a very effective machine, and this is the Lucas 3, which is the third.
So how long has this been around? For a while, it looks like.
Yeah, they started with the Lucas 2.
We had older ones.
We had the Lucas 2 we started out with, yeah. And that was, we got our first ones about I think it was 6 years ago. I'm sorry. So we had started with 2 Lucas 2s, and we got those about 6 years ago. And our ALS unit started using that about a year after, which we got some more training in it. And then it became even more effective on use once we started having the paramedics certified, and they had a more wide range of medications to provide. So we saw a really greater chance of survival of these cardiac arrest patients because of that. And it was attributed to the fact that the Lucas 2 device was being used. And now with the Lucas 3 device and upgrading to that and getting it to our BLS units, now we'll have a better chance of reaching more patients and be able to resuscitate them more effectively.
That's good. Yep. So now we need to work on our eval station, right? For
Rescue base.
For rescue, and then we need to figure out our strategy on renovating that one down at in Agate. Every time I look at that thing, I think, we got to do better.
Yes.
We need to get the Port Authority to, we need to figure out that partnership, right? Because this is not, we're in the island, right? So having that access to, speedy response, but then making sure people who are working there are in a good environment, I think is so important. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. Happy Friday, everybody.
All right. Thank you.
So this concludes today's ceremony or presentation. Can we all kind of gather around in the front, and we'll get a group photo from the front? Joey, did you have any further?